If you sell products on Amazon, you are at risk of this sales killing feature. On the one hand, Amazon can connect you with customers that you would never reach otherwise. But just as quickly, it can ruin your chances of making sales and send your conversion rates down the drain. There are incredible badges that can boost your rank and your sales velocity to new heights. And there are others that could ruin your ability to make even a single sale. What am I talking about, and what can you do to prevent yourself from getting branded by this sales killer? Let's dive in. We have your sales to save. In today's video, we are talking about the frequently returned badge, what it is and how to avoid it so that you don't have to wave goodbye to that hard-earned business growth. Plus, I'll be sharing with you another badge that can give you or your competitors that extra edge to win over customers like never before. So be sure to keep watching so you don't miss out. Now, Amazon has all sorts of badges to help customers not only navigate the search results page, but to determine whether a product is a good fit for them. Everything from the climate pledge friendly to bestseller to top rated. And these badges have the potential to give your conversion rate a major boost. But the frequently returned badge is a whole other story. So you might be wondering, if it ruins your ability to make a sale, why would Amazon even use this badge in the first place? And this is where you really need to think about what Amazon's ultimate goal is. They are very clear that one of their primary objectives is to delight the customer. They put the customer first. They celebrate the customer above all else. They want to make sure that those customers have a positive experience and that they keep coming back. And so they understand that if people are finding products that are not what they actually wanted, and then they're having to go through the hassle of making a return because the product did not meet their expectations, then that is a big problem. It's bad for their reputation, it's bad for customer trust, and it could very easily lead to customers choosing to buy products elsewhere. So it's not just about the customer experience, but it's also thinking about the long-term objectives that Amazon has. And if you really want to be successful on the Amazon platform, then you not only have to understand this, but you really have to embrace it. You need to make Amazon's objectives your objectives. And when you do this, then you set the foundation to really be able to turbocharge your growth. Like all relationships, trust is central, and that's where this badge comes in. It's in some ways almost Amazon's way of saying, hey, customer, we have your best interest in mind. We know that you're looking at this, but we're also aware of the fact that many people buy this and then return it. So it's quite possible that you are not going to be happy and satisfied with this product as well. And so you may want to think twice about buying it. They're saying, this product may not be what it appears to be. In fact, it's really a not so subtle way of saying this marketing is misleading. So what's the number one thing that you can do as a seller to protect yourself from this badge, which is essentially a scarlet letter that can really do significant damage to your business? And what should you be aiming for instead that could really send your conversion rate soaring? We'll get to that in a minute, but first, the main thing that you must do, and I realize that this is painful, and I understand that this may not align with your vision of what good marketing is, you must be clear with how you describe your product. So if it is not the greatest thing to ever exist in the world, then you need to be honest about that. If there are certain aspects of your product that may be complicated or challenging or not for everyone, then you should be clear about that as well. And if there are customers that are truly not a good fit for your product, then you should also make that crystal clear. For example, if you have something that's really not for novices or beginners, it's a more complicated to use product, then make it very clear that this is for people with advanced knowledge of how to do X, Y, or Z. Similarly, if this is something that maybe it's difficult to open, or it has an ingredient that could be harsh on some people's stomachs. All of that information is so important, not only in avoiding this badge, but in really honing in on who your target customers are, and also being able to avoid negative reviews and poor reputation for your business itself, because nobody is going to benefit if somebody that shouldn't buy your product gets it home, realizes it's not for them, feels like they've been misled, go online to leave a negative review, return the product, which is extra cost for you. It's just a whole lot of extra headache, stress, and also reputational damage that you can avoid by being more upfront and honest with your marketing. It can be tempting to fall into that role, that voice of that late night infomercial host where you are talking about how great your product is, but with extra hype that may not always be deserved. And if you find yourself doing that, then recognize that this could be you creating false expectations that could lead to you being flagged with this badge that absolutely nobody wants appearing on their product page. This means that you also have a really clear understanding of the context of the competitive landscape that you are selling in, that you have a strong understanding of how your product stacks up against the other options that are out there. Not only so that you understand how to be able to emphasize those areas where you shine, but also perhaps bring some transparency in places where you may not be perfect. You have to understand what your customers care about and who is not a good fit for your product, which is not always an easy thing to accept, but so important as you really hone in and refine and create a highly targeted conversion machine with your product listing. And if you do this well, and if you hone in on who your customers are, and you understand how to honestly but still impactfully market your product, then you might find yourself with a green seal of approval. And by the way, this can be really challenging, and even very experienced marketers still struggle with this. So if this is something that you would like help with, fill out the form below for a free listing analysis. We would be happy to take a look at your listing, provide you with some feedback, and if you find that feedback helpful, or if you would just like some professional help taking this off your plate, then we would be glad to help you either optimize your listing to help it convert better or to launch new products. So be sure to fill out that form below so that you don't have to stress about this. We would be happy to help. So what is that green seal that I am talking about? What is that golden ticket that is the opposite of the frequently returned badge? Amazon also has a customers usually keep badge on product pages. And so this is really doing the opposite. This is the answer to the frequently returned badge. This is saying customers are really happy with this product. This is not something you're going to regret. It's the equivalent of if you're at a mall or at a store and just a regular customer comes up and says, "Oh my gosh, I love that t-shirt or that pair of shoes. They're so great. I wear them all the time." That is going to give you that extra reassurance in a way that a salesperson that is working at that store will never be able to do. It is a version of social proof and different iteration on how reviews can be really valuable. It's giving you some information that can't be as easily manipulated as something like reviews. It's really Amazon's way of saying this product is a keeper. Customers are happy with it. And it's not just some text that's there. It's in a green box in contrast to that red box with the frequently returned. The red box has the little exclamation point, danger, warning sign, whereas this one, it's green, it has a check mark, and it is a little taste of reassurance telling you, we really think that you're going to like this. It's a good investment. It is a literal keeper. Now, there isn't any magic trick or special hack. This all comes down to having clarity about who your customer is and how to present your product through a lens that is both honest and very accurate in the description while still speaking to that customer in a way that is going to help them understand how this product is going to fit so beautifully into their lives. It's weaving that clarity and that customer centricity, strong understanding of marketing psychology and conversion principles. And when you combine all those things together, not only do you have happy customers that are wanting to leave positive reviews, you're rising in the ranks, you're selling more products, but then Amazon gives you a little positive boost in the right direction with a badge like this. And that momentum will continue to build. So it is really one of those things that you should be thinking about deeply when you are creating and optimizing your listings, because these batches can both kill your business or simultaneously help it reach the next level. And if you want to know how to take your marketing to the next level, it all starts with this. Click the next video to learn what it is and to begin to really hone and refine your strategy in order to take your Amazon business to the next level. I better see you over there. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Bye.